Welcome back to Houston Newsmakers, and good morning to Dr. Han Tran, team physician for Houston Hospice. It's the only freestanding nonprofit hospice organization in Houston. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
You know, a lot of people don't want to talk about hospice because they think of that, okay, that means ends of life, but we all get there at some point. And thank goodness for organizations like yours. Freestanding. I guess there are other organizations that are out there doing it, but none that have the kind of building and facility that you have.
Absolutely. Houston Hospice is a not-for-profit, freestanding inpatient unit in the heart of the medical center at 1905 Holcomb. We have a wonderful facility there that takes care of the patients who cannot be taken care of in the home setting, but really hospice can be taken care of, can take care of patients in wherever they live in the home setting. And that's the beauty of hospice, is the whole team can go to the home where patients are in their own element. All the medicines that are related to the hospice diagnosis are covered and sent right to the home. We have the beds and all the equipment sent to the home, and then the teams come to the home. And those teams are specialists, I consider them, who take care of not just the symptoms for the patients, but also the psychosocial concerns and the spiritual needs, which are essential. It's so much more than just the medical, and we don't always recognize that.
Sure. But when we talk about end of life, people don't want to talk about end of life, but you want, it seems to me that your organization really works to make sure that it's comfortable as much as you can make it for someone who's leaving.
Absolutely. Knowing that everything's changing, the dynamics of the family, the symptoms of the patient, we have specialists who are there to make sure 24/7 there's a nurse available for the patients and families to call, and they have access to the medical records so we can adjust medicines. There's a doctor behind that nurse who can adjust those medicines even in the middle of the night to be delivered directly to the home. And we can make sure not just for the patient but also the family has concerns that we can have the social worker and the chaplain also talk to them and counsel them through it.
There's a lot going on.
Absolutely.
You're there afterward as well, right?
Yes.
And it seems to me that's when there's a real need that a lot of people may not think, but it's there.
The unique clinician on our team is the bereavement coordinator, and the bereavement coordinator can follow patients' families up to 13 months after their loved one is lost. And that 13 months is important because it takes about 13 months to get through the holidays. The holidays are where the intense emotions come out, where before you may have thought that you could cope, but then the holidays come around, and oftentimes families have an empty plate at the table. Oftentimes they honor their wishes by talking about the loved ones so that everybody can feel like the loved ones was taken care of and that they themselves are doing okay in the long run.
It sounds to me, from what you're describing, as a positive experience out of what people are experiencing, which is not positive for their lives. And it seems to me now that we talk about older people, that's one thing, but you do pediatric hospice as well, and that would just be gut-wrenching to me. That's much more difficult, is it not?
It absolutely is. There's a reason why not a lot of hospices have pediatric patient populations, is because it's hard on the patients, the pediatric infant to 18 years old. We take care of the loved ones of the patients as well, the family members, because a lot of times it's their coping as well to lose somebody who's younger, which never is easy. And we have a lot where our team members are able to talk and help them through those tough times. 24/7, even in the middle of the night, weekends and holidays.
Well, I know that it's a nonprofit. There's a big event coming up, the Butterfly Luncheon on May 6th. I want to make sure that we put the information up about this. This is Junior League Houston. Miss America from 1988, Kaylani Rofko Wilson, who's a Miss America, was a registered nurse, became a hospice nurse, continues to speak on those issues. We want people to go to this. If you have information you need, it's 713-HOSPICE or HoustonHospice.org, a big event, and that's one of your biggest, that's a big fundraiser for you, is it not?
Absolutely, and emceeing also is Lisa Molaski. So for that event, we're going to have a good food, good talk, and come visit HoustonHospice.org.
Good idea. Hey, I want to make sure I'm putting, in case you couldn't write it down fast enough, it's going to be on our website as well, so you can have that. Dr. Tran, thank you. Continued good luck, and thank you for what you and your organization does.
Thank you for having me.
It's so comforting to know that you're there. Hopefully people will take advantage of you when you need it.
It's been a pleasure.